Can you hear me? Oh, yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Let's just tear this up. Let's just start over. Well, today I was going, yeah, I know it's very loud. Could we turn it down a bit? Yeah. So today the goal was to help you. It's still too loud? Okay. Okay. Still too loud. Okay. Now you can't hear me at all. How's that? Testing, testing, testing. How's that? Why don't I just go testing? I'll go use the mic. Yeah, I'll just. Yeah, that's all right. Sometimes it's good to keep me in one place. So today I was to preach on helping you move from one step to the next. That's not happening today. And maybe that's a good thing, or maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know, who's to say. So there's this story about a Chinese farmer, and maybe you know this story. And he had a son, and he had a horse that was the fastest horse in the small village. And one day, the horse ran away. And the villagers said, "Oh no, your fast horse ran away. What bad luck you have." And the farmer said, "Who's to say what is good or what is bad?" Well, then several months later, the horse came back and she was pregnant. Oh, and the people said, "Oh my gosh, what good luck you have." And the farmer said, "Who's to say what is good or what is bad?" And then the horse had a foal, and the male horse came, and the farmer had 3 horses. One day, the son was on the horse, running through the fields, feeling the wind in his face. The horse was scared and bucked, and the son fell off and broke his leg and broke his arm and couldn't do work. And the villagers came to the farmer and said, "Oh, whoa, you have such bad luck." But the farmer only shook his head and said, "Who's to say what is good or what is bad?" 2 months later, China was at war, and the Chinese army rode through the communities, conscripting every healthy male in the villages. And the young man showed up on his crutches, and they said, "Go home. You can't be in the war. What good will you be to us?" And the villagers said, "Oh, what good luck you have. Your son will be saved." And the farmer said, "Who's to say what is good or what is bad?" And the lesson is, in life, we don't know. We don't know what's next. We have plans. I'm surrounded by planners, and sometimes I even plan myself, which shocks everybody. But I'm okay most of the time letting life show up in my space and choosing. We want to know, but the mystery and the miracle is allowing the unknown to shape us and form us, to keep us faithful to that which is important to us and to the community that we live in. After the last election, a friend of mine came up to me and said, "I'm terrified. I don't think I can last the next 4 years." And I said to her, okay, now just hold on to yourselves a minute here. I said, what if this is the perfect thing? And she was like, what? What if in this moment, this is the perfect thing for us? What if this is the moment when we fully live our lives? And she was like, she was like, oh yeah, okay, fine, Lou, yeah. And I know it, she was like, oh really? What have you been smoking over there in the... It's hard to think that where we're at in the unknown is perfect for us. But that is when we really test those things which we value, those things that we hold on to. Do they hold up under the pressure of the moment we're in? Does what I believe really matter when it counts? That's hard. That's hard. It's hard to be loving in a world so full of such discourse and hate. I see you shaking your head. Yeah, it is hard. It's hard to be kind when people are cruel. It's hard to be patient when you want to move it forward. But that's where the work is, my friends. The work of ourselves is not when it's easy, not when it doesn't take something. It's when it's hard and we're called on to be tested in big ways and small ways. Okay, so I have a neighbor that I haven't talked to in 30 years. And for those of you that know me, I talk to everybody. I don't talk to this person. We do not like each other. We have shared hard words over email. I stay away from them. They stay away from me. Our boundaries butt right up to each other. So I had piled this wood that I had chopped, split. I didn't split it. No, I paid someone to. I know you thought I did, right? Because I look so, no. So the wood had been piled against her garage. Okay, I'm going to say that. It had been there for years. And so all of a sudden I see all this activity. She's got a crew out there, and I'm thinking, I got to get out there and get that wood moved, right? I don't know. I got distracted. And when I finally got out there, the wood's gone. And I'm like, okay. I won't say it in this space. I thought some very nasty thoughts. And the woman is out there. She's out there. And I'm like, where did my wood go? Where did my wood go? She goes, it was on my property. She was right. And so I thought, well, I want to be a loving, kind, compassionate person. And I said, I apologize to you for that. It was on your property. And then she goes, throws her head back. I accept your apology. Ooh, I was like, whoa. I didn't think she'd hug me or anything, but, I did think she would smile. And then she just started to talk to me for like half an hour. I couldn't, get away. And I just stood there. And there I was, standing there, talking to this person about stuff I never thought we'd talk about, ever. And I thought about the practice. It could have looked so much different. Now, I'm edgy, and I know that about myself. When I mark you and you piss me off, I pull that arrow back and I let it fly. I rarely miss my target. I have to manage that edge all the time. It never completely goes away. But in that moment, unbeknownst to either of us, something shifted because I value who I say I am. And unless I put it into practice, unless I invite peace, unless I accept that I can talk to someone who's very different from me, nothing changes. And what I say about what is important, it has no feet. It has no roots. Faith is no good if you can't use it when times are tough, when you can't put it on yourself like a mantle. We think of ourselves, I want to be kind, I want to be loving. Your song says, have an open mind, lead us to peace. And then we walk out the doors of this building and we seep ourselves into the reality of everyday life, which we see over and over and over is hard. It's tough. Tomorrow morning, possibly, millions of people are going to lose food benefits. Tomorrow morning, families don't know if they can put food on the table. Something so simple. They don't know. In this moment, they don't know. And that consequence is so much greater than stuff in my life. I have friends that are Mexicans. My grandson and granddaughter present as Mexican. They look very Mexican. My son-in-law is Mexican. When they walk down the street, they're brown skin, and their features make them a target. And I say to them, walk fearlessly into the world. Do not let fear make you into someone who disappears. Easy for me to say. They don't know. There's so much we don't know, right? So much we don't know about so many things in our world today. But here's what I do believe. I believe I am hopeful. I am. I'm hopeful every day. I am a terminal, perpetual, optimistic person who believes that no matter how hard it is or how painful it is or how ugly it is, truth and hope win the day. They do. It is what I believe. And therefore, my shield and my armor, they don't protect me from the pain of watching someone else, but they don't ever step in and take away the core of that, which I know. We recover. We are resilient. And together, you are more resilient than you are alone as a community. I preach in many different churches. I preach in Grays Lake, I preach at Unity, I preach at Rockford. And I will tell you the same thing I tell them because I think it's important. Your beliefs cannot be taken away from you. They are in you. They are you. And they can take your clothes, and they can take your house, and they can come in and take Ron. Oh, sorry. But they can't take that which is embedded in you, which lifts you up, which takes you into the world. They can't take that. So Viktor Frankl, some of you probably know who Viktor Frankl is. In 1941, he was rounded up by the Germans. He was sent to the concentration camp. He was in 3 camps over 4 years. And when he was in the boxcar, he had been separated from his wife, Tilly, and his parents. And he was in the corner of the car, and he looked up, and he said to God, because Frankl was an observant Jew, If Tilly is alive and will survive, give me a sign, please. And so he looked out of the corner, and up in the sky, he saw a finger, that which he believed was a finger, pointing to heaven. And he said, thank you. And over 4 years, that hope infused him and held him up. It gave him reason to overcome the awful conditions of the Holocaust. Now, in truth, Tilly was killed immediately upon her arrival at Auschwitz. She did not survive, as did his parents did not survive, and his brother did not survive. But it was hope that held him up and kept him alive and kept his respect and love and care for others in the camp alive. Because see, Frankl says, you can take everything from me except my choice to decide who I be in the matter of myself. No one can take that from you. That is why hope and love and patience, those things we put into the formula of our lives, hold us up in dark times, because what is the point of only having them when things work well? I like you when I like you. That's not a big chore. I love loving the people I love. They're great. It's my neighbor. Oh, yeah. Like finding a way to reshape that experience, to love her. To love her. I don't have to like everything about her. I don't have to see her all the time. I do if I want to change the world. Let that soft, subtle, juicy stuff of love ooze out of me and change the world. Can you be the one who does that? Can you be the one who does that for your community now as you wait, as you get ready to become whatever is next for you, your next great adventure as Tree of Life, whatever that is going to look like? Can you hold yourselves up and say, this is the best, most perfect thing to happen to us right now, and trust that whatever is next, whatever you're going to be called into, will transform you into the next iteration of yourselves as a community? That's a challenge. I can do the big stuff, right? I can go to the protest and walk down the street for hours and hours. But to hold my own self, me, to manage my own expectations, to not jump ahead with fear, to not let fear or worry drive me, that's hard. That really takes something. So I had this experience. I was at a Democratic Party meeting, because I'm a Democrat. I have blue hair. When they say, oh, those blue-haired ladies, I mean, yeah. So, so when I got this done a couple of weeks ago, it was a new person, because my person just had a baby. And you know what it's like when you go to a new hair-cutting person, and she takes it out and she dries it, and I'm like, it was like neon blue. And she goes, oh, that is so beautiful. And I was like, wow. Yeah, I was like, wow, I glow in the dark. I walked in the house and my partner, Mary Beth, went, wow. But there's a little trick with color. If you wash it in hot water every day, right, it sort of taps. So I got distracted. I'm sorry. So anyway, I'm at this meeting. It's the end of the meeting. I'm waiting in line to talk to someone, and this woman's behind me, and I say, oh, I'll just be a minute. She goes, no, I would like to talk to you. And so I immediately go through my file of, okay, who did I offend? What did I say? You know, what did I do? I'm like, sure, okay. We go over to a private corner, and she turns around and she says, "You were so brave." I just waited. She goes, "You were so brave. Those men were so dangerous. And you stood in front of them, in front of us, and you said, 'No more, not on my watch.'" She goes, "I left him. I took my kids. I left him. And now I'm married to a really great guy. We have a house. We have our own business. And I want to thank you." I could barely talk. And I said, No, you were brave. It's so hard to leave. I know that. You were brave." She goes, "Yeah, Lou, but you showed us how. You showed us what it looked like." I don't remember her. It was a long time ago. I don't remember. But I'll tell you what, you never know how you affect someone or the lives you change just by being present to them, by being open to them, and being a little sassy doesn't hurt either. I mean, I've been charged with contempt, I've been threatened with jail, you know, I've been chastised by a judge, whatever. I was just like, if I have to go to jail, please don't have strange people touch me. Could my family come in and search me? But if we don't let fear rule us, then we become rooted in our own power to transform and change the world. And you might not know it, my friends. You might not know it. So bear yourselves. Be brave, no matter. Stand up for yourselves and for others whenever you get the chance. Someone says, "Oh, the No Keynes protest, what does it do?" It gathers voices together. It creates a community of people who say, enough. Enough. And maybe it will take us time, but we will get there. And then we have the opportunity to create this country the way we thought it could be and has never been. We have an opportunity to take it all apart, let it fall down, right? The only way to change institutions is to let them fall apart. Let them fall apart. Let's build ballrooms instead of funding food pantries. That's cruel. Be as cruel as you can because we want to see it for what it is, so we can't hide. So we can't gloss it over. There's no going back. There is no turning back. We are moving forward. And you get to this community of justice seekers. See, I'm not a part of your community. I'm outside. I see you for who you are and have always been, rooted in justice, committed to changing the world, caring for the other, being faithful to each other, no matter what surrounds you, bricks or mortar or whatever, it doesn't matter, because this is the community right here. The flesh and blood and spirit and love of each other. That's the community. That's what will get you through. That's what will change the world. So thank you for letting me be here on your last day, but really not last day. But oh well, life changes, we move on. I wish you all well in whatever endeavor you find yourself in, and I know that it will be perfect, and all shall be well.